Hello everyone, so today I have another watch me work video, and in this video I'm going to be doing this beautiful opalescent set using the new Wildflowers white chrome, which I like to call it the unicorn opal chrome. That's the name I made up for it, but that's just me. So let's get into it. So I decided to film this in the middle of the whole process. So I had already applied her acrylic and everything like that. So I'm sorry about that, guys. I didn't know I was going to record at first, but in the middle of the situation, we decided we were going to go with the opal chrome, and I was like, oh, well, let me record this. I did the kind of review video. If you haven't watched that, you should. But I think it's nice just to see it, the whole, like a set, the whole concept come together. So I wanted to record it when she decided to do this. So you can see me shaping the nails with a file, and then I'm going in and doing the finish filing, which is, shaping the surface of the nail, making sure the apex, which is the strongest and thickest part of the nail, is where it's supposed to be, and the cuticle area is as flush as I can get it. So I use the smooth top bit for that. And then once I perfected that, I'm going in with this cross cut bit. And this bit is from Atwood Industries. And please note that I put most of the stuff I use on a regular basis, bits, acrylic products, and my e-file. All that information is below in the description box. So just throw that out there. So I do this in place of using an actual buffer. It leaves the nail a little bit more rough, and I find that I can get around the cuticle area much easier and makes it a little more flush, a little more natural looking around the cuticle area as well. So some of the products I'm going to be using is, of course, the gel bottle ink. I love their products. This is number 54, and this is this beautiful hot pink color. And then this color is 001, which is just a pure straight up and down white, and it's a great white. This is the Color Club gel, and this color is Wicker Park, and it's like a lilac type color. And this is ASP gel polish. You can find this at Sally's. And this is Poetry in Motion, and this is a neutral type nude color. So I'm going in with 2 coats of the white as a base for the opal chrome, and then I'm using 3 coats of the lilac color and the nude color just to make sure I get even coverage. I also did only 2 coats of the hot pink color from Gel Bottle. That color has really good coverage, so 2 coats suffices. Generally speaking, just for anybody who's new to gel polish, you want to apply the color in thin layers, and if you have to do 2 coats, which generally you will, that's fine. If you have to do 3, then that's fine as well, just as long as you do it thin, because you want to make sure you're curing the gel very well. And sometimes when it's too thick, that's when you get wrinkling and things like that, especially if the gel is not 100% gel polish. It has the actual polish, traditional polish base, but that's a whole nother story. So my client and I came together, searched through Instagram and Pinterest, and we got this design concept together. And essentially what we're doing is 10 completely different nails. Well, 8 different nails. The only 2 that are going to be alike is the opal chrome nails. And even though there's only 1 finger on each hand, I kind of want to make that the focus and leave those just plain and kind of the focus and the inspiration behind the rest of the nails. And it's, that's kind of the way I like to think of design. Sometimes you want to take a color for inspiration, or a glitter or something like that, or a crystal color or something like that. So maybe if you have a hard time, which I do have a hard time with my clients even giving that little bit of advice, but that kind of helps sometimes. Like, what do you like? And my client was like, I like the opal chrome. Okay, let's build up around that. And that's what we did. And we came up with this idea. So yeah. And I in showing you the products I'm using, it's the OPI Axiom. I'm going to use that with the bling nail that we have going on her pinky. I'm using the gel bottle top coat. Y'all have seen this so many times. It's the no wipe soak off top coat. The gel 2 no cleanse top coat, which I use that for the base of the opal chrome. And the gel 2 extreme shine. This does have a tacky layer, and I'm going to apply that over the pinky because this is going to be our bling finger. I'm applying this one with a tacky layer over the pinky. I'm going to cure it, and then I'm going to apply the opal chrome to it like a glitter as a base for our crystals. Now I'm top coating the fingers for the opal chrome, and I'm using the no wipe gel 2 top coat, which is the one I use as a base for most of my chrome type pigments, the ones that you rub in. And I'm top coating the remainder of the fingers with the gel bottle ink no wipe top coat. And I know it seems like a lot to use all these different top coats, but they're necessary. And I find that you'll need, you know, different top coats for various things, various applications and designs and everything like that. I like to use the OPI Axiom top coat with my crystals because it's a stronger, harder gel, so it helps secure in the crystals. And I'm showing you the white chrome that I have from Wildflowers nails. As far as I know, as I'm recording this, it has been released, so I'll put the link to it down below. As you can see, I'm using a latex sponge just to rub in the pigment. That's like you would with any of the silver chromes, the holographic chromes, anything like that. So I apply the pigment and use pressure to kind of rub it, smooth it out. And you can see that the color, it is reflective. You can see little bits of the pigment, but we are going to apply 2 coats of this. So once I finish applying it, getting it smooth and getting the coverage, I'm going to apply another coat of the gel 2 no wipe top coat. Or in your case, you may have another top coat you like to use with the chrome, and then we'll apply a second coat. So going back to the pinky, this is the one I used, the gel 2 top coat that does have a tacky layer. I cured it, and now I'm using the Wildflower scrubby brush just to press in that pigment into that nail. I wanted it to look more like a glitter than a chrome type effect. And then I am top coating with the gel bottle ink top coat for the under the bling nail. And as previously mentioned, I'm using the gel 2 no wipe top coat for the chrome finger. And then once I cure that hand, I'm gonna go in and apply a second coat of the chrome pigment, and that just makes the colors look a little more saturated. This is not necessary, but it does make the colors a little more intense. You can see that pink, that purple, that blue, and the green and yellow. All the colors, you can see them more intense opposed to just doing 1 coat. And you also can see the little tiny flecks of pigment a little less when you apply 2 coats. So it's just a more intense look. How many times can I say intense? So I'm applying the gel 2 top no wipe top coat again, and then going to cure. And I'm showing you the crystals I'm using in today's set. This is the crystal AB, and this is the chalk white AB crystals, and these are size 12. I'm using the crystal AB in multiple sizes from 5, 7, 9, 12, and I don't know if I use 16. I think I use 16 in this set also. And then I am buffing all the fingers that I'm going to apply crystals on, and that's basically all of them. So I'm going to buff and then make sure you dust the fingers off. Okay, so first I'm going to show you me applying the charm to her ring finger, and you can see I'm taking a very dry bead of acrylic, and then I'm taking a little bit extra liquid just to move it around, but I want to make sure it's dry for the most part, just so it doesn't run too much, and especially when we press the charm in there, it doesn't just ooze all over the place. And I just used a little 3D brush, and I got this charm from Daily Charm, and I got it about 2 years ago, and she wanted a charm, and this was just in a collection, and the colors went perfectly, the AB and then that kind of rosy looking crystal in there. And then I'm going in around the edge and kind of sealing it in, And this kind of helps with it being caught because there's not such a harsh edge from nail to charm. That acrylic kind of, I guess, kind of bevels that out and kind of rounds it out. So it's an incline instead of just a sharp like 90-degree angle. And I just make sure that I go around all the edges, the front, back, side to side, and all that. And then give that time to dry. And you can just see me patting that in. And yeah, so that part's done. And we're going to go and top coat that also. And then next, I'm going to go in and do the rest of her designs with the Swarovski Crystals. And in this finger specifically, I'm using the size 12 chalk white AB. And then with two size 5 AB, crystal AB. And then another chalk white, and then another 2 small ones. And that's just a really simple pattern. And it ended up fitting perfectly. I was surprised. Girl, I did not measure this out or anything. It just, boop, ended real perfect. And then that was it for that one. So next we're going to do our full bling nail. And I'm just applying the resin to the nail. And when it dries, I go ahead and apply more. You don't want to get so much on there that it runs. You can apply multiple layers as long as they're thin, and that'll help keep it from looking cloudy or white. Just a little tip. But applying it thick where it runs, you don't want to try to do that. So just to talk about to all the people who are kind of new to my channel, I like to apply a coordinating color, preferably a glitter, underneath my full bling nails. And because there's gaps, because that's the way geometry works, we're putting a whole bunch of circle shapes together. They're not going to fit together perfectly. So in those gaps, you can see a color kind of come through. So I've done it before, like an orange set I recently did. I applied a orange glitter base and applied crystal AB on top of that. And it kind of brought out the orange in the crystal AB because they are multicolored. And it also kind of made it look more cohesive with the set and kind of made it reflect orange a little more and made it make sense. So that's just a little tip. You don't have to do that. You can do whatever you want, but that's what I like to do. So that's why I applied the opal chrome pigment or the white chrome pigment as a glitter. So in between those gaps, it kind of sparkles through with that same kind of color and that theme we're going for. So I just used my crystal katana. The link to that will be below in the description box. And applied the crystals as you've seen. And I used multiple, sizes, and used the chalk white AB and the crystal AB and got that together. So next, you can see me applying resin for our next design. And it's really simple. It's just through the middle of the nail. And this is a size 16 crystal AB crystal, and then the size 12 chalk white AB, and then the rest I don't, maybe like a size 9. And I know at the ends I put size 5s on either end, and that's generally the smallest size crystal I usually keep. I generally like to keep 5, 7, 9, 12, 16 in like more popular colors. Sometimes colors don't come in all those sizes, but I like to get an array so you can do multiple things, designs, full bling nails. It's easier when you have those different sizes. But for like crystal clear, crystal AB, and like the rose gold and gold, I like to keep those in size 5 through 12 or 16 with, doing that every other size like I stated. And I find that helps me where I'm able to achieve a lot of different designs and detailed designs, because you're kind of limited when you don't have as many sizes. A perfect example is this set here. The chalk white AB went perfect with the opal chrome, but I'm not able to do detailed designs like I'm showing you with just a size 12. It would be bulky. It wouldn't be as detailed. It's just something about having those different sizes. And I see people try to do that, and maybe it just looks better when you can transition with different sizes to do details like this. Like I said, it'll be bulky if your client has short nails and you're trying to throw all these size 12s in a circle and a swirl and on the side, and it's just gonna be too much. So if you don't have small sizes in a specific color, like this chalk white AB, it went perfect. I'm like, okay, this crystal AB goes as well. And the mix is fun. So that's just a just something I want to throw out there to you guys, is get some good base colors, because generally I find that if you have like a color like a blue or a red or a pink or something like that, you can mix that with clear, with crystal AB, with gold or something like that, and it'll still work out fine. And those colors you can find multiple sizes of really easy, compared to finding, size 5 and, aquamarine. That's more difficult, but you can mix aquamarine and clear together, and you can find smaller sizes in clear much easier than you can with, a color like that. So just a little tip from me to you. So back to what's going on. I for these designs, I actually didn't have a inspiration picture for these specific designs that I'm doing. So I was just kind of, freestyling it, and luckily it worked out good. Sometimes it doesn't. Y'all, I'm not magical. I'm not perfect. So, but luckily the designs I thought out, they worked and went well, and I was happy about that. So, and I do use inspiration pics a lot. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. If it's something real specific and unique, I do like to give the person credit all day long. I have no problem with that. But, like I said, I just freestyled this. There was some inspiration as far as like color order, but I don't know who it was. Sometimes clients bring in pictures and I don't know where they're from. So it's kind of like, if some person calls me out, I'll give them credit. But so now I'm going in and I'm sealing in all my crystals. And for this bling nail, as I stated earlier in the video, I'm going to seal this in with the OPI Axiom, and that's because that is a harder gel top coat, and it kind of secures in the crystals a little bit better. And I'm also going around this charm with the OPI Axiom, just around the edges and the top part. And then I'm going to cure that, and then I'm going to go in the rest of the nail with a gel bottle ink top coat. And that's what I did for most of the crystals, because my client, she does a job where her hands are in water, warm water a lot of the time, and that can break down a type of super glue, which is not super glue. It is nail safe, but it can break down a product like that over time. Specifically warm water in general is not really good. Please tell your clients to wear gloves when they're doing dishes and things like that. That's just good overall, a good tip. But I sealed immediately around the crystals with the OPI top coat, and then I cured it. And you can see I'm using the OPI Axiom right here, just in between the crystals and around the very edge. And then I cured it, and then for the remainder of the nail, I used the gel bottle ink top coat, because it will not crack over the full nail. So that's why I didn't apply the OPI Axiom over the full nail on this specific set, if that makes sense. If you have any questions, please ask below. But that's what I did, just to kind of ensure the wear of her crystals. She generally doesn't have a problem, but I do like to make sure that hers stay on, just because she's so frequently in the water. And then once I do that, that's it, you guys. That's the finished look, and I absolutely love this set. I think it's so unique. Like I said, all the nails are different, and I got to showcase the Wildflowers unicorn opal chrome, as I call it. She calls it the white chrome. And like I said, at this moment it is released. It's an unofficial release, and I'll put the information down below so you can purchase it if you're interested in doing so, which I definitely recommend. and any other pertinent information I'll put down below as well. And please, please, please don't forget to thumbs up this video. Please subscribe, leave any comments or questions. Thank you guys. Bye.